Force Board. Okay, on October 30th, he got his pilot slots with the Air Force through OTS. Now check this out. This is really cool. At that point, the Air Force had only a 60% acceptance rate for officers in general. Of that 60%, now listen, only 11%, 20 people that year, are on that board got a flight slot. 11% got a flight slot. That's just a little bit better than 1 in 10. And Chad needed a waiver for his eyesight. Okay? How cool is that? Now listen, Chad succeeded because of 2 reasons. Number 1, he had a game plan. He knew that he needed a waiver. He knew the chances were stacked against him because 11% on that board, 11% got a flight slot. But he also knew exactly what he needed to talk to a recruiter and to secure a flight slot. In other words, Chad was prepared, and even though he needed an eyesight waiver, okay, which we can talk about, even though he needed an eyesight waiver, he was one of 20 people who got a flight slot in OTS that year. And OTS is a very difficult program to get. That's Officer Training School. That's the Air Force's version of OCS. Okay, even through that, he was successful. Okay, so myth number 4. Myth number 4. This is very important, and this kind of comes into Chad's story. I'm going to tell you one other story in just a second, and then we'll wrap it up and we'll take some questions. Okay, myth number 4 is that you don't need a wingman. Now this is super important, and if anything that we've talked about so far, this is huge. When I went into combat in Iraq, I never, ever flew without a wingman. Ever, okay? Having a wingman next to you is so important that if my airplane broke or his airplane broke, we would both come home. Your wingman is there to look out for you. Your wingman is there to share information with you. Your wingman